Yeah, good day, guys. It's been okay. It's not been a while. It's just a month ago. Revision obviously fixed me. Pertaining to the last video, a couple of friends said I should add more package, I should edit, I should cut, I should add lighting and kinikon. We were able to borrow lights and a couple of other things. But the things that I think I should buy, a microphone, this one, that one. Pampay has to call it my number, and I don't have credit, so you have to manage it for now. So basically, what we're talking about majorly today is just trends. Trends, the relevance in trends and contentment. And the first thing I would say is you have to understand that trends goes obsolete. No matter how trending things are, they go obsolete over a while. So you have to learn contentment. Then don't be distracted with the trends. And I will have to buttress a lot of my points today with things that were trending in the past. You see, trendy things in the past, let me cite examples of 10 years, 12 years ago while I was in school. There was this phone called Blackberry, the American packaging. The phone called Blackberry, yeah. While I was in my second or third year, there was the trends of boat 5, and people went extra miles for boat 5. People slept with guys they shouldn't sleep with. People did things they shouldn't sleep with because boat 5 was the end of life. If person carry boat 5 give you today, you no go say thank you. But then it was the end of the world. People driving pencil then are the best cars in the world. People driving even Big Daddy then or Pencil Camry, they are driving the best of cars in the world. But you have to understand that contentment is important and you have to see beyond trends. And as it is, no matter the time and the era, they follow the trends. But if in the moment you are trying to catch up with trends, it takes more from you that is going to offer you. I would probably advise you to probably let go for the meantime and work on your personal self, because guess what? No matter the efforts and personal things you are putting in yourself, that's an investment that you have for life. You can always catch up with every trend. In the next 5 years, the trends of probably trying to use a Benz right now and all of that. In the next 5 years, it might be BM and your Benz, and your Benz might just feel like some Peugeot 504. So you have to think beyond this. There are types of trends of feeling among, of forcing a class you are not. Forcing a class you are not in the sense of you really want to meet some kind of guys, they drive a kind of car you don't have, they have a type of phone you don't have, then you want to go extra miles, putting a lot of things that will put your life in jeopardy, at risk. And you see, the unfortunate thing is if you go too extra miles to join the trends, when you put things that can take your life on the line to join the trends, when you die, people will forget about you, and in that time they are trying to catch up with the new trend while forgetting about you, because at that time something else might be trending and it's not what you died for. I'll make an example. There was a post I saw online of a Chinese guy around some 13 years ago when iPhone 5 just came out. He sold his kidney, and after selling his kidney, he bought the iPhone 5, right? He sold one of his kidney, and boom, he was the hottest guy around then, and having the moment of his life. Apparently, he can't have the moment of his life because he was he was living on a kidney. You get. So after a while, the second kidney started failing because the work was too much on it, and he wasn't following the precautions of not sweaty, not putting much stress on your kidney, not drinking some particular alcoholic drinks and all of these things. And over time, he got bedridden, couldn't go out anymore. He's a complete burden on his family. They have to feed him on the bed. When he has sores at his back, roll him over to the side. After a while, roll him to the other side, because in order for the sores to heal up, they feed him on the bed, he excretes on the bed, he does all of these things on the bed. Now, the iPhone 5 that this guy had to sell his kidney for, if they give it today, you probably not say thank you. And even if you say thank you, you don't go past here. And in the same way and in the same vein, in years from now, things guys are killing themselves for I want to drive an S-Class Benz. I mean, S-Class is a classic that is always relevant, even 10 years from now, I can tell. But then, that's just an example. For the kind of S-Class that would be trending now, won't be trending in the next 10 years, so just so you know. So imagine you go extra mile, people doing the what's it called? The kind of package, and people they do juju. People that are going extra mile to do juju, to do voodoo, the whole diabolical ritual thing, sacrificing things that would eventually take more from them. I mean, see people that went ahead to do probably all these rituals in exchange and for homage. Right now they use them to car. There is this drag car from mechanic shop to panel shop to all of that thing. They can't see you as a big man right now. The same vein Lexus ES350, RX 350 is going to look in years from now. When Rolls Royce was reigning in many years ago, when they were reigning many years ago, nobody felt that it could go extinct. Right now, Rolls Royce is restricted to the classic set of people that even without driving a classic vintage of a Rolls Royce, you are still trendy. But I felt like that's the only thing. Don't let me even go too far. Peugeot 504. Why growing up? Mercedes-Benz. You know the Mercedes-Benz with the big light I'm talking about was the biggest deal. I always prayed, hoped, and hoped that my dad had the Mercedes-Benz, that type, Z323 or 2, whatever. Then, right now, if you have a Benz, people will probably borrow it for you to do vintage videos. When you drive it once in a while, the classic lifestyle. But it is not the trendy thing. So one of the things you have to work on, enough of talking about the trendy things, one of the things you have to work on is the mindset, because it is easier said than done. You can be out and you see a couple of guys and you feel like, these guys are chilling, see the lifestyle, see all of these things, But then you have to be conscious of yourself. That's your subconscious wanting that lifestyle, ready to put anything in line to live that kind of life. If you have what it takes, luxury is good, but if you are not giving more than it's taking from you, it's good. But if it's taking more than it wants to offer, you have to go and steal, you have to do things that you cannot be proud to talk about outside to get all of these things, and your life is not even starting after it, because you have to run a skater, you might take your life, you have to put somebody on the line, things that you do that even at night you can't sleep peacefully. You get, let it go, because in many years from now, girls will be say they use do ritual because of iPhone 6 where they did. iPhone 6 now small people, like second phone lately. You get, no bans to anybody anyway, but there are people that uses the iPhone 6 truly, but there are people that mostly use that second phone. As at like 5 years ago, iPhone 6 is a major phone. It's not like the side phone. It's a phone that you take out without bragging rights. So you have to work on your subconsciousness. When your mind is busy trying to envy people's lifestyle, like make myself do this Bahama setting and all of that. This thing where my guys they do, where they talk, say that they go on Ijebu go do, make myself I run out. If you go Ijebu go run that paro, many years from where you say go Bahamas and all of that, many years from now, your pictures of those things will don't turn throwback. Now you have put so much in line that you cannot even afford the regular life for yourself, and now you feel like you need a family, you need a sustainability for the rest of your life, and you can't do any of this, you can't afford any of this. So you realize that most of our generations get lost in the moment of just live once, die young at the moment. You only live once kind of mentality. But then the luxury life is good when you can afford it. But when you can't afford it, always know that there will always be trends to catch up with, no matter how much you work, how much you wait, how much your things you are putting in line. When the time comes, many years ago, as at 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Venza was the trending thing. Between you and I, Venza is not even trending. It's just a regular SUV now. Yeah, of course, there are people that still looks up to it like a big car, and of course, it is for some people, but it's not as trending as it was years ago. So, if we point of man, I think I'm able to convince you that don't get lost in the time, in the period, in the moment. Take your time. If you can afford it, go for it. If you can't, will to you are able to put it in line, because there are always trends to go for. Because if you end up jeopardizing your life for the present trends, people will forget you in less than a year. because most of these people are trying to catch up with the new trends as well. Hush puppy. Hush puppy many few years ago was the hottest guy. He was using iPhone, maybe XR then and all of that. XR is a regular phone these days. It's not like a regular, you get. But a lot of people can afford extra now. They can't afford before. There's iPhone 14X. When Hush puppy bought Rose Fresh Kulinan, it was the hottest in the market. Right now, it isn't anymore. Don't put too much in line. You get. So, like I was saying with a few points of mine, I think I'm able to convince you that take your time, leave the pace, work on your subconsciousness. When your body and your flesh is pulling for that thing, put it on check and bring it back. Take your time, but make sure you do the work. Luxury is fun. Luxury is almost priceless. Luxury is great, but you have to earn it. You can't be faster than your shadow. If you have people that want to do it for you, fine, but don't put too much on the line that will jeopardize your life and just give you a temporary fun and more of stress, sorrows, and I don't know but we are going to talk next. You get my point. So that's basically it. Thank you. God bless you. I'll see you when I see you. It's nice banking with you. Person will get the lights, so they don't knock outside, so I have to go. Bye guys, thank you.